Hello, John Talley here with Boats.net. Today I'm going to walk you through the process to replace the output shaft seals on our 40 horsepower 4-stroke Mercury outboard. Now, as you can see, we've already got them separated. Now, if you need help doing that, why don't you check this unit's playlist and I can walk you through the process. It's really pretty easy. Now, let's step over, look at the parts we're going to use, and then we'll dive into this project. What I decided to do here was, instead of just ordering the specific parts that we're going to do on this particular project, I went ahead and ordered a seal kit that has everything that you would need no matter which part of your lower unit is leaking. So now that we've got our parts together, let's go over there and knock it out. Now, it's important before you get started on this, guys, to go ahead and drain it, otherwise you're going to make a big mess on your floor. So go ahead and get that out of the way now. Let's go ahead and get our prop off. I don't know what the torque value is off the top of my head, but I'm betting that wasn't enough. That came off, but not by much. That's why it's important to grease these when you put them together. Get these two bolts, 13 millimeters. We're going to need a puller to get this section out, and you could use a slide hammer. I'm actually using a Yamaha one, just whatever you have access to, just to get a little bit of tension to where we can pop this housing out. Like I said, I think this outboard's been sitting up for a while. All right, let's go ahead and get this out. The good part is that bearing feels good, so I think we can just replace the O-ring and we should be good to go. Let's tilt that down a little bit so we don't get all that trash up in the front housing. There we go. This surface here looks good, so I think we can just get the seals replaced and we'll be good to go. We'll clean this up just a little bit. It has a little bit of a rough area right there. We'll use an emery cloth on it, and I think we'll be fine on this shaft. So before we take this apart, let's look at the depth that they installed the seals to. The one on the inside is going all the way down flush until it actually makes contact, and the upper one is just barely below the edge of the carrier housing itself, because we're going to do this without the special tools, so we need to pay attention to what depth we put that outer seal at. Now, there's no way for me to really hold the carrier still over on the other bench, so we're going to pop it in the vise and then pry these out. Then bring it up. Yahtzee! Now, when you're getting the bottom one, keep in mind that there is a needle bearing down below it, so don't accidentally go into the needle bearing and damage it. There we go. Since we already have it in the vise, let's leave it here and go ahead and drive the new ones in. We're going to put a little thread locker around the outside edge, drive it all the way down until she bottoms out, and then we'll work on the second one. And we're actually going to use a 21 millimeter to drive this one in. Yours may be different depending on the thickness of your socket. That's it. Make sure that you have this edge facing out. This goes in. I think we can probably still use the same socket. Let's get it centered. Remember, before, it just goes in maybe a 1/16 of an inch past that outer edge. So that's what we're going for. Don't overdo it, because it will be tough to back it back out. And I think that's got it. So we're going to stop right there. Now, let's take it over, swap out that O-ring, then we can start putting this back together. Light layer of grease all the way around. Then we want to fill in between the two seals. We've got our output shaft back in the housing. There's some grease going around this O-ring, so we should just be able to slide it in there and get it bolted down. May have to turn it a little bit to get it to line up with the pinion gear inside. All right, let's get this thing tapped back in. We've got our bolts ready to go, and you do want to use a little bit of Loctite on here, and then we're going to torque them to 18 foot-pounds. All right, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap this one up, but I still have some more work to do. Water pump, refilling it with fluid, and then remounting it to the power head. And hey, and if you need help doing those projects, why don't you reference this unit's playlist? That way I can walk you through the process. Well, listen, if you need these or any other parts for your boat, why don't you come see us at boats.net and we can get you taken care of. If you like what you see, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way you can keep up with whatever I'm working on next. We just want to say thank you for shopping here with us at boats.net, and we will see you in the next video. Y'all have a great day.